Welcome once more, fellow viewers, to my channel. I'm Dr. Harun Tebo, expert in medical biochem and therapeutic medicines. I will be talking just like I've been talking all the time on how you can live healthily with good diet. My point of concern this January 1st, 2024 is tea as breakfast. Most common in Cameroon and in Africa, we have been indoctrinated by some group of people who claim to be early scholars or visitors or migrants who came to Africa that we have to take tea and bread in the morning as breakfast. But today I will tell you no, it's no, that's a misinformation, that is a wrong style of life that is not too encouraged in terms of health. Because if we have to look upon that, we should see that very negligible percentage of our population is benefiting from good health as a result of the tea that they take in the morning. When I'm talking about tea, I refer to you getting tea in the form of tea leaves, in the form of some other beverages like Ovaltine in Cameroon. You have milk, you have Bonvita, and all the blah 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 stuff and chococam and so on that they mix up inside a cup and give a child in the name of tea in the morning. Whatever source you are getting all of these from, they come from where? From commercial vendors, commercial large scale suppliers. One thing I want to call your attention about tea is that tea itself, most of the teas you consume, they contain a chemical substance we call tannins. And these tannins, they have a binding factor of certain minerals like zinc, like calcium, like aluminium. When they bind these minerals, they inhibit, that means they restrict the absorption of certain vitamins or nutrients into your bloodstream. For example, the case of vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 that will lead to anxiety if you cannot have the good absorption of it into your system, and that will be caused by what? An increase in tannins, which is found in teas. So we should avoid consuming such products. All these kind of tea that you take, you have to know the credibility. I should also know that some of the teas also contains heavy metals like aluminium, like zinc, like lead. They are also found from the pesticides, insecticides that they use to spray, or to pesticides they use to they spray, they pour over these tea leaves so that they should not be eaten up by pests or insects. And when they spray it on them, you consume it as tea, you get all these products into your body. All of these heavy metals, when they come like that in those forms, they can lead to what? Cancer, because most of them in their combined states are carcinogenic. Now, we will not forget about the major carcinogenic substance living aside those heavy metals that could be carcinogenic if they are in excess, because when they are not in excess, they are not going to cause you chances of cancer. They will have some specific compounds that can lead to that carcinogenic condition. Carcinogenic means I'm referring to you having high chances of cancer into your system. There is an element or a compound we call epichlorohydrin. Epichlorohydrin is a chemical substance that is found in most of the chemicals they use to bleach those bags, those small sachet bags that they put tea. If you are consuming tea, you have to ensure or do your investigation to ascertain the best form of tea should not come in those small bags that are bleached. If you have bags that have been bleached, you don't investigate the source of or the chemical they use in bleaching, know that you are risking your chances for cancer due to this chemical that is most commonly used in bleaching those bags. To ensure that the bags are very transparent for the tea to absorb water and filter its nutrients. Now we move to another factor that you need to know is the cup of tea, they put cubes of sugar in it. They put cube of sugar in it, and our children are consuming it with bread. If they put cube of sugar in it, most of what they are taking as tea contains other additives. Like for example, in Cameroon, we have things that they add inside water and cube of sugar to make tea. Some form of milk, some form of other colorant products that they add in it contains what? It contains sugar. You don't take sugar, add to cube of sugar and add water and add tea leaves and give a child to eat with bread, and the bread contains cube of sugar and flour which ends up to be sugar in the body. because carbohydrate is the biggest sugar. So when you give a heavy combination of sugar, you tend to prepare the child towards what we call insulin resistance. And what will happen if the child ends up having diabetes? You call Satan? No, you are wrong. So we should know that good breakfast for our children should be the cocoyam and vegetable, the plantain and vegetable, the beans and the vegetable or plantain. Eat something very heavy, like our parents trained us and our grandparents fed themselves. You go to the village, even today, you see the child who is eating cocoyam and vegetable or beans and potato before going to school, they look stronger and healthy. Those who are taking tea are those who start putting on lenses at the age of 4 or 5 because of what? The sugar is already causing damage in their eyes at a tender age. How many kids do you see in villages in Africa or in Cameroon who are moving with lenses below the age of as children? Is rare. It's almost an impossibility. But if you go to our urban areas, more than half of the class, the worst of it is boarding schools where they are contaminating the children with tea. It is indisputable. We should understand that tea is a scam. Drinking of tea in the morning is not healthy food. Now, let me really dwell and place a lot of emphasis on the dangers of this as well. The milk they put in the cup of tea contains what? It contains lactose, an intolerant sugar, which we, after the age of 4 to 5 years old, as a human being, you cannot produce lactase that will break up this sugar. So you should not think that the milk is just fat and protein. It contains sugar that can be digested by kids 0 to 4 to 5 years. Then you give tea to children up to the secondary, university, and even as adults, you take tea. Diabetes should come, insulin resistance should exist. So Satan has no place in this game. Is that we are having individuals who think that using it for their commercial gain, self-interest, they don't care about our society, they don't care about our population. All the same, that's the essence of this video, for us to know that there are dangers, because they'll tell you, you use milk. What is milk? Milk is food for the baby cow, the calf. When have you seen humans go, the cow come to a woman and say, I need your breast to take as milk? It's not even healthy. We are not condemning totally, I'm not criticizing that you should not take milk at all. But milk is good for children, and milk for kids or babies should be milk from the woman, the mother, or from the woman. If you must give cow milk or milk to a child that is from an animal other than humans, it should be goat milk or sheep milk or cow milk that is grass-fed, organic milk, or you buy organic. Any milk that is you investigate and see that it is organic, that is natural milk, is very healthy. It means they feed the cows. Because there's one thing we are not aware of. There's this chemical substance we call RBST. That's just the abbreviation of it. It is a growth hormone which they use in cows that produce milk in large quantity. So when we consume this chemical, it becomes toxic to our system. Alongside, these cows are given heavy quantity of antibiotics to make them resistant. How do you explain a cow is producing 40 liters of milk a day? We should be conscious of the fact that they are giving them alongside lactating hormone for cows to do mass production. They will claim it is pasteurized, they have cooked it over and over. They are not able to destroy all of these chemicals before transferring. That's why most of the proprietors of these institutions that produce such milk, they feed on organic milk. They have organic cows that feed all on grounds to produce the kind of milk they consume. That's more of the reason in a well-planned society we have organic shop where you have foods that are organic, they are natural, they're cultivated without artificial techniques, and we have foods that are cultivated using so-called modern engineering techniques, artificial fertilizers, and so on and so forth. So, in a nutshell, we should understand the detriment of giving our kids, or the disadvantage of giving our children tea in the morning. The sugar is involved, lactose intolerance, high level of sugar as cube of sugar in the so-called milk, lactose in the so-called bread itself, the cube of sugar, saccharide, which is another form of sugar, and the flour itself, that is a complex sugar. So we should be conscious of that. We wake up from our slumber and stop destroying our children. because retinopathy is already existing, the damaging of the eyes, the retina, as a result of sugar. That's why the lenses will come in, the eye challenges will come in from childhood. So we should make some provision to go organic in our dietary plan. And if you are a fan of tea, I'm not condemning you from going into tea, go organic. Look at our teas in the market that they are cultivated under organic techniques. They are processed and packaged under organic techniques. They don't use chemical substances that can be harmful or detrimental to us. Some of that means the health hazard you can experience from period, especially people who are consuming dairy products. Let's say ice cream, that one is deadlier than most of the dairy products. Ice cream, cow milk from shops in cans and tea, they end up having mucus problem, diabetes, prostate crisis, cancer, bloating, constipation because of indigestion. We should wake up. You just do some verification for more details. Remember, my video is for educational purposes. My video is not there to contradict what your doctor tells you. Always seek the consent of your doctor. This is for educational purpose. If you have doubt, you go in for more research. You consult your doctor and explain to him what you've learned from my video. If he finds anything there that's doubtful, he will give you more clarification. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to give it thumbs up and also press the like button as well as share, so that we'll be able to have time to create more videos that will be educative to everybody. And take note that food that is not cultivated naturally is also GMO, genetically modified. So watch out. It doesn't mean that the cow is staying around you, eating within the grass field. They bring feed that they bring, or we use poo and cultivate their feed. If you take poo or feces or dung from animals or droppings from animals that are fed with corn that they have cultivated using inorganic techniques to feed those animals, you are still making those animals still be harmful when they are being consumed by individuals, which means that only corn that is planted under natural techniques should be used for chicken feed. And if cow need to eat any food, it should be from normal natural grass to produce normal natural milk, which is called organic milk. Thanks for watching, and bye. I wish to see you during the next video.